Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special day. Today is the day I finally reveal to you guys the winner of the huge poll that we had running for a couple of weeks not long ago. And I am here today to basically reveal the winner as well as which series then we will be reacting to next, which is obviously going to be the winner of the series, duh. But also, I am here to bring you some of the stats, some of the really cool information from that poll. The numbers, the votes, everything like that were being collected and being tallied up and everything. And there's some really interesting developments kind of from that, and I will reveal that now in a second. So before I reveal the winner, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who voted. Thank you to everyone who took part. Thank you to everyone who shared the poll, who rallied behind the series, everything like that. It meant a lot, and you guys really, I hope that you're happy with the outcome of this poll because I had a great time following it. There was a lot of drama, a lot of tension leading up to the end. There were two series at the very top that, I thought at the time were drew. They were on the same point and then 1 point apart from one another. But, there, like I said, there's been some developments and I will reveal those developments very soon. But we're just going to go over some real quick cool information first. So there were 60 series and somewhere in the realm of 265 to 270 responses. I don't have that exact number on me, I apologize, but that means obviously there's going to be some series that don't get first choice picks, second choice picks, everything like that. So I'll just rhyme through that stuff really quick for you. Series that didn't receive a single first choice pick, I'm reading this from the screen, that's why I'm like looking down. They include Odd Taxi, Overlord, Parasite, The Maxim, Paranoia Agent, Ayakashi and Mononoke, The Elusive Samurai, Windbreaker, and Berserk. Those are the series that didn't get a single first choice pick. Everything else at least received one. Series that didn't receive a second choice pick: Psycho Pass, Beastars, Wonder Egg Priority, The Elusive Samurai, Mashal, Rose of Versailles, Beck, Windbreaker, and Berserk. The series then that didn't get a single third choice pick: Samurai Champloo, Shiki, Kuchibranko, and Beck. I'm trying to read these really quickly, and then that meant that no fourth choice picks, so worth 2 points value: Bravern, Kuchibranko, Rashifon, Beck, Windbreaker, and Berserk. That's Berserk 2016, of course. And then no fifth choice picks worth 1 point: Undead Unluck, Hell's Paradise, Ayakashi and Mononoke, Rose of Versailles, Kuchibranko, Windbreaker, and Berserk. So you might have realized that there was a series there mentioned every single time, that series being Berserk 2016 did not receive a single point, not a single vote whatsoever across the entire board. It is the only series that ended on 0 points. The only series. And if you want, you could consider that a winner in itself. Berserk ending on 0 points is just, it's absolutely hilarious to me. Obviously if 1997 Berserk had been on here, I would have expected it to perform well because it's a series that is incredible. But Berserk 2016, I think it just goes to speak for the quality of the series itself that it ended on 0 points here. So congratulations to Berserk 2016. Woo! Another interesting piece of information is that Windbreaker received its only vote, which was a third choice pick on the first day of voting. It never received any other votes after that. So that's also, I thought, a piece of interesting information because I was reading it out a bunch here. In terms of series that performed well, though, we had two series that crossed the 300 point mark, one other than the cross 200. So the space between third and second is almost 100 points. It's actually insane, like the huge gap between second and third. But we had 8 series total that crossed the 100 point mark. In terms of series that received the most amount of each of those votes, so the most fifth choice picks, so worth 1 point total, was Oshinoko, and the amount that it received there was 12 total fifth choice votes there. So those votes were only worth 1 point. So with those 12 points right there, they were obviously only worth 12. So if those 12 had been put elsewhere, Oshinoko might have performed better. The most fourth choice picks worth 2 points total was Freerin, and Freerin received 18. 18, that is a huge number. Fourth choice picks, and those obviously ended up being worth 36 points, those 18, because they were worth 2. So 18 times 2, that's kind of the maths I was going for here. The most third choice picks was also Freerin. So Freerin received 13 third choice picks. Another series that received 13, Apothecary Diaries, another series being Mob Psycho 100, all got 13 third choice picks. But then when it comes to second choice picks, you'll never guess what received the most amount of second choice picks. It is once again Freerin, Beyond Journey's End. So you're starting to see a pattern here, I assume, right? It received a total of 19 second choice picks. So those 19 times 4 equals, I don't know. I don't have the number right up now on me, but it equals something. When it comes to what received the most amount of first choice picks, worth 5 total points, I'll give you 5 seconds to guess what that series was that received the most. And if you guessed Freerin, you would be incorrect this time. It was actually ReZero. ReZero with 49 total first choice picks, the closest to that being 29. So 20 more people voted for first choice pick for ReZero over Freerin, and that meant that those 5 points times 49 equals a lot. So now that I've read out some of the interesting data, I will play a little video. It's not very long. It's maybe like 30 seconds to 1 minute long, where it basically shows a graph of the series, you know, competing for the top spots. So it's a little bar chart thing that shows, you know, who ends up winning, and you know, that's how I'm going to reveal that to you guys. So let's switch over to that right now. So yes, that means that despite Freerin coming in with all of those votes across second choice picks, third choice picks, fourth choice picks, all of that, it was not enough to beat ReZero. ReZero ended up edging out in front simply because it had so many first choice picks with 49 total. I can show you the numbers here now. A little bit of the drama that I was referring to earlier, I thought that ReZero and Freerin were competing the entire time, but Mich and I, well, it was all Mich, honestly. It wasn't me whatsoever. But Mich, you know, good friend of the channel. You've seen her in Twitch chat when I'm checking out some openings and stuff here and there. She is someone who can read these numbers very well, and she was able to recognize that some votes were not counted prior to when I was making those updates on YouTube community tab and stuff like that. And in the YouTube community tab, I was showing stuff like this, where I was showing pictures where it showed the two series on the same amount of points, pictures where it showed them only 1 point apart, but Mich was able to go through and see that there was actually 30 total points that kind of disappeared and went missing for ReZero that were not being counted. So they were included here, and so the initial points that I had for ReZero was I had 43 first choice picks, which meant that it was still 1 point ahead of Freerin, so ReZero even still won that, but there was another 30 points somewhere that weren't being counted, so we were able to include those. So there was a much bigger gap than I initially thought, and that's why it's kind of maybe a good thing that I took a little bit to make this video, because now I can present you the actual true data and the true information and the actual numbers for what won the series. So congratulations to ReZero. And that means that I will be checking out ReZero very soon. I hope, though don't quote me, I'm really hoping that I can get a video out tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then it'll be later on in this week, and I will have weekly ReZero episode reactions. I'm trying to hopefully get out an episode every Tuesday and every Saturday. That's my plan right now. But if that isn't the case, you know, just I will get episode reactions up. So I have seen episode 1 already, and I'm not going to speak about that because my reaction and thoughts on the episode are all in that episode reaction, and I'm really hoping to get that out very soon. However, when it comes to Freerin, as you can see from the numbers here, Frieren was the popular vote. Frieren received 87 total votes, total amount of people that voted for Frieren across the board. 87. The closest to that was 80 from ReZero. So because Frieren with 87 total popular vote, it was by far the most popular vote across this entire board. I will also be checking out Frieren, so I will hopefully be starting that in the next week or two. It's a series that I've wanted to check out for a while now, and seeing just how popular it was in this poll, I would feel really bad and really guilty for everyone who ended up coming out to vote for Frieren if I didn't check the series out. The initial plan was that I was going to probably check out the top two series anyway. I just didn't want to reveal that. I was just presenting it as I'm going to check out the number one vote, but I was always planning to check out the second as well. But seeing that it's Frieren and seeing how much of a huge fight Frieren put up this entire event of this poll, seeing the huge numbers it put up, seeing the amount of people that voted for it, it would be crazy not to check this out. So I will also be checking out Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I haven't seen a single episode for it yet, so I haven't checked out any of it. So I'm looking forward to eventually dipping into Frieren, and I'm so excited, and I hope you guys are too. So that means that really at the end of the day, both ReZero and Frieren are the winners here. You guys are the winners. You guys are the ones that voted, but I hope that you guys are excited. I hope you guys are looking forward to checking these two series out. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to dive headfirst into these. I will now just, run through the amount of points each series won from bottom to top. So, if you don't want to watch this, totally valid, I understand, but this is just for people who are maybe interested in what received what here. So that means that, obviously, as I mentioned before earlier, Berserk ended with 0 points total. I'm gonna go 60th to 59th. So in 59th is Windbreaker. I will have this graph on the screen so you guys can see where it received its points. Windbreaker received 3 points total. Next was in 50th place Beck with 6 points total. Rashafon then with 8 points total. Then Kuchu Branco with 9 points total. After that is Rosa Versailles with 10 points total. Then Marshall with 11 total. Aikashi and Mononoke with 12 total. 51st place, I think, was Elusive Samurai with 12. So wait, no, Aikashi and Mononoke were joint there. Blue Box then 16. So then it was Ashton no Joe 19 and Shiki both on 19. Then Samurai Champloo 21. Ranma 23. Blue Lock 24, Wonder Egg Priority 24 also, Nana on 25, Paranoia Agent 26, Beastars on 27, Hell's Paradise on 29, as well as Psychopaths, both them on 29. 30 points went to Classroom of the Elite, 31 went to Ranking of Kings. Nichijou received 39 points total, Parasite got 41, and then 2 series on 44 were Ghost in the Shell and Tatami Galaxy. After that was Brave Bang Bravern on 45 points, as well as both Odd Taxi and Overlord. Those 3 series ended up with 45 points. And then on 46 was Girls Band Cry. 47 points was Ping Pong, the animation. And on 49 points was Dr. Stone. Summertime Rendering then received 51 points total, and Undead Unluck just outside the top 25 on 53 points total. So the top 25 then, we'll go through this a little bit slower. So in 25th place we had Dorohedoro with a total of 54 points. I'm showing the numbers here. It had a nice little symmetry thing here going on, 33633. I liked when there was symmetry in the graphs. It was pretty cool. At number 24 was Kaiji. Kaiji received 56 points total. Kaiji, the ultimate survivor, of course, somehow managing to squeak into the top 25 here. Mich obviously was trying to rally behind Kaiji at the beginning of the series, at the beginning of this poll, sorry. Maybe one day we will check out Kaiji. It's a series that I know some people have been very much hyping up in comments and stuff. But as well as Kaiji, also on 56 points, so that means that Kaiji actually ended up in 23rd place, was Konosuba, a series I knew that it's a very popular series, but I guess I just wasn't expecting it to perform as well in this poll for some reason. I thought that, the poll would maybe have some other series, like I was expecting something like a Ranking of Kings or Beastars to end up much higher than they did, and I guess I just was a little surprised Konosuba performed as well, because I feel like I haven't really seen too much in terms of Konosuba in the comment sections for videos where Konosuba is in there, but I'm very glad to see it this high because, you know, the openings were so fun to check out. So then in 22nd place was Land of the Lustrous. So that is Studio Orange's highest ranking series on this poll was Land of the Lustrous. I'm very happy to see that because I really definitely expected Beastars to end much higher than Land of the Lustrous did. But hearing the love and praise that you guys had for Land of the Lustrous, it makes me so happy to see it ending up as high as it did here on this poll. In 21st place was Higurashi, a horror series. I think this might be the highest ranking. No, it isn't. This is not the highest ranking horror series. I am wrong. But that's so cool. You know, I know Higurashi. It was described as essentially a series with a cult following. So seeing it perform as well as it did here was very cool for me to see. And it kind of just, you know, emphasized the fact that it has a very large following. And once you get invested in Higurashi, it kind of takes over your life. That's kind of how I understood this. In 20th place then was Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann with 69. Nice. So in 69 points total, Gurren Lagann, the only series I have ever dropped on my anime list, the only series that I have in my dropped list is Gurren Lagann. So I said that I would, you know, maybe check it out once I hit 1,000 subscribers. So once I hit 1,000 subscribers and made this poll, I obviously had to include Gurren Lagann, and it's so cool to see that it performed as well as it did in the top 20 here. So in joint 18th place, we have both Edge Runners, that is Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and Heavenly Delusion, both ending on 71 points. They both performed amazingly. It was so cool seeing the votes come in for these series because Cyberpunk Edge Runners near the beginning of the poll was a front runner, and Heavenly Delusion was always kind of middle of the pack. So seeing that it ended up within the top 20 is really, really cool. Heavenly Delusion is definitely a series I'm very interested in because I know very little about it, but the opening was incredible. One of my favorite, probably my favorite of the year it released. And as well as that, you know, the synopsis that I had for the series really just interested me. I need to know more about it. In 17th place, we had Kaguya-sama. So I think this is the highest ranking romance series on the poll, perhaps. So that's really cool. We love to see a romance series perform as well as it did. In 76 points, Kaguya-sama performed incredibly. 9 total 5th choice picks though, so if some of those 9 had been elsewhere, this would have been higher on the poll for sure. But after that, then we had Haikyuu, which had a total of 79 points. I know that Pinecino was a little sad to see that Haikyuu wasn't higher than this. He included Haikyuu in his picks, and you know he wanted to see it perform better. Sadly, it did not, but Haikyuu still performed very well here with a total of 79 points. That's very, very respectable, and you love to see it. But after that then was Full Metal Alchemist, another series that at the very beginning was out in front at one point and was performing so well for the first maybe 4 or 5 days, but after that the numbers just stopped coming in and it was not really receiving any more votes at all. So sadly, Full Metal Alchemist ended on 85 points here, which means that it finished in 15th place. So it was top 15 at least, but a new dog on the street, Orb on the Movements of the Earth, ended up in 14th place, 1 point ahead of Full Metal Alchemist with 86 points. So I don't know if that's recency bias. I'm not saying it is, but you know, it's cool to see that Orb also performed very well here. I'm very, very intrigued by Orb. It's probably one of the most intriguing series to me that I've checked out so far, because hearing it described as like kind of Vinland Saga-ish with, you know, the kind of setting and everything and the stuff that maybe happens in the series, I would love to check this out one day. But 2 points ahead of that, so in 13th place is Dungeon Meshi. So congratulations to Dungeon Meshi, congratulations to Trigger for performing as well as you did here. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say than that. After that, then in 12th place was Solo Leveling, the best performing currently airing anime right now on MAL, in 12th place here with 90 points. So that is huge. 90 points went to Solo Leveling. And then in number 11, I really thought that this was going to be a series in the top 5 anyway. It ended up in 11th place, so not even in the top 10, was Mobile Suit Gundam. So I was going to check out the 1979 series for Mobile Suit Gundam, and sadly it did not perform as well as I thought it might. But that's not to say we won't check it out someday down the line. But it ended up with 91 points total, so just netting it right outside the top 10. But it still performed incredibly. As you can see here, it had 10 total first choice picks, which is huge. That's a large number. But right after that, then at number 10 was Gintama. Obviously Gintama, very popular on the channel, and it got 94 points and 12 total first choice picks. Gintama performed really well here, and you love to see it. I will be getting that endings video out very soon if it's not already out. Don't worry. And at number 8 then, Oshinoko at 96 total votes. And as you can see here, it did not really perform that incredibly well here with 3 total first choice picks, but all those other high numbers in the middle and then right at the end really just helped to elevate Oshinoko here. So when I was saying that every single vote counts, this is proof of that, because without these 12 fifth choice picks, it would not have been higher than Gintama, for example. So obviously Oshinoko did very well. It's a very popular series that I know nothing about. I don't even know the genre, but I'd love to find out more about the series. At number 8 was Mob Psycho 100. I love seeing Mob perform as well as this. I was not expecting Mob to perform as well as this, considering all the other series that were on here, but I love to see this because Mob Psycho 100 looks like a very special series, obviously done by One. One is great writer. I love the work that One has done, and maybe one day we will also check out Mob Psycho 100, finishing on 121 points. After that, then we have in 7th place Steins Gate. What a huge, great performance from Steins Gate, ending on 123 points here to net at that place on 7th place here. So then in 6th is the highest ranking horror series, as I tried to say earlier, Made in Abyss received a total of 133 points. That is crazy. I knew Made in Abyss was popular, but this has blown me away by just how popular it was in this poll, seeing it perform as well as it did, ending in the top 6. Now that we're in the top 5, we had in 5th place Code Geass. Holy shit, highest ranking mecha series on this poll, higher than Mobile Suit Gundam, which blew my mind. I did not expect to see this huge support behind Code Geass. I knew that it was a very popular series. I know Lelouch as a character is very popular. I really did not expect it to end up in the top 5. I love that because it just goes to show that, despite the time has passed, this is still a huge series, still one that people love, still one that people hold near and dear, and it's one that people want to see more people reacting to. So I will hopefully maybe one day down the line check out Code Geass, and that's all thanks to you guys voting for it and letting me know that this is something you want to see. But the biggest surprise for me was 4th place 86. I did not realize 86 was this popular. I knew it was popular. I did not realize it was this popular. 155 total votes, total points here. 155 total points for 86. I had no idea it was this huge, but I'm so glad to learn this because I love learning and I love realizing things, and this has just really opened my eyes to 86 as a series. As you can see, these numbers are massive for 86. 17 total second choice picks is incredibly huge. It is the second biggest second choice votes, only for Freerin beating it out with 19, as I mentioned earlier. So 86, massive series. And, maybe down the line we'll also be checking out 86. This poll is very eye-opening to me. It's kind of, cluing me into what I should be checking out potentially at some point. But in 3rd place, now that we're in the top 3, 3rd place was the Apothecary Diaries with 206 total votes, 16, 16, 13, 8, 7. That is massive. And then in 2nd place, as you know, Freerin with 29, 19, 13, 18, 8 at 304 total points. But of course, ReZero finishing on top with 335 with 49 total first choice picks, 10, 12, 5, 4. So as you can see, the numbers for the rest, so from 4 to 1 here, they are much smaller than Freerin's here. So really, it was the first choice picks that ended up getting ReZero the win here. So every single vote matters. Where you put your votes matters. The selection order is very important here, as you can see. And ReZero ended up with the win here. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry this kind of went on very long here, but I just wanted to share the numbers and the data for anyone who's interested. And like I said, I will be starting ReZero very soon. I'm very excited for it, and I hope you guys are too. So thank you so much again for all the support. Thank you so much for voting. Thank you for crossing 1,000 subscribers and 1,500 at this point. You guys are incredible. You guys are insane, and I'm very excited to see where we go next with this. And ReZero episode reactions coming very soon, and Freerun to come shortly after that. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited. Thank you. I hope you guys are satisfied, pleased with the results, and let me know in the comments below what you voted for, if you're excited, and what you're surprised by in terms of the numbers and where they place, stuff like that. I'd love to have a conversation about this because it was so cool and so fun to follow. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. I hope you're having a great day. Take care.